Hello, my beautiful people. Hello, my perfume lovers. Welcome back to my channel. I'm very glad you're here. Thanks for tuning in. And I can't believe, I've been doing a lot of reviews. And in this review, I'm going to talk about more fragrances, of course. So if you're new here, I do perfume reviews. My name is Martin, so hello. And I'm going to talk about fragrances I've been wearing for the last 2 months, more or less. And these fragrances I'm going to talk about are definitely fragrances I recommend for the winter and for the colder days. But there is actually one fragrance that's more or less my signature scent, used to be my signature scent for a longer time. And I actually think this is more of a spring summer scent, but I just love the way it develops in the cold weather. So let me start with this fragrance, which is Herbal Pure by XERJOFF. So this one here, and I just love everything about this fragrance. Like I love the bottle. I think it looks very luxurious. It's very opulent, very elegant as well. I love the velvety bottle. I love the cap. It's very heavy, and just the smell. Oh, it just brings back a lot of memories to me because I've been wearing this fragrance a lot. And when I started my perfume journey, actually, I didn't have it in my collection, so I thought now it's time to repurchase it after 7, 8 months. I did have a dupe actually. So this fragrance, in my opinion, is more of a summer fragrance, but I just love, as I said, the way it smells in the winter, the way it develops in the winter. This is fruity, this is prideful, this is musky. You have a fruity accord, you have vanilla, musk, and amber in the dry down, which is, I feel like, very typical, especially for fruity fragrances, and a lot of, especially Middle Eastern fragrances like LATTAFA fragrances, somehow mimic this fragrance and always have the vanilla, amber, musky kind of dry down, which I love. So this is a beast mode fragrance. It's very long lasting. I get around, I would say, 8 to 10 hours. It projects a lot, and it lasts like forever on clothing, especially. Like this lasts for a week plus on clothing, on jackets, whatever it is. And yeah, it's definitely one of my all-time favorite fragrances. As I already mentioned in another video, I feel like this is the most complimented fragrance I have in my collection. And I do understand why. Like, this really is a fragrance that's going to just lift up the energy in the room. It's a very, how can I say, like, good feeling kind of fragrance, very brightful, very cheerful. And I do think it's also kind of playful, but still very authentic, like not very childish or childlike. This is perfect in my opinion for people 20 plus, but everyone can wear it. And in my opinion, this is the best fruity unisex fragrance you can get, and it's worth the price. But there's definitely like also other good dupes. For example, I talked about Anna Viet's white bottle, which is a dupe for this one here, which is by LATTAFA, and I did a review, so you can check this one out. So yes, this is the first fragrance. The second fragrance I would like to talk about is also fragrance I've already talked about on this channel, which is Instant Crush by MANCERA. This one is very much hyped. Like, this is one of the most hyped fragrances I can think of, and it's definitely worth the hype. This is, in my opinion, I wouldn't say a dupe or very similar to Baccarat Rouge 540, but I do see the similarities. There is resemblance, but this one here is, I would say, stronger, heavier, more zesty, more citrusy. There's just everything Baccarat Rouge 540 has, but better and bigger and stronger. This is really a beast mode fragrance. I love that I'm not getting anosmic to it, because with the Baccarat Rouge kind of DNA, this can happen. But still, I don't get anosmic to it. I get around 7 to 8 hours. And it's a very, also very cheerful fragrance, and I feel like this is perfect for the winter days because it does remind me of winter because of the ginger. It smells like gingerbread, as I already mentioned in another video where I was talking about this fragrance. And it is unisex. I do feel like it's slightly feminine leaning, but still unisex, and it's perfect for layering. I love to layer this fragrance with many other fragrances. For example, I love to layer this fragrance with Arabian's Tonka by Montal. I love to layer this fragrance with Shagaf Oud by Swiss Arabian. I just didn't really use that combination a lot, but with Arabian's Tonka, it's the perfect combo. Also with Baccarat Rouge 540 and with LATTAFA's Oud for Glory, which is another dupe for Oud for Greatness by Inicio. So a lot of great layering combos. And talking of layering combos, I'm working, not yet, but I'm going to do a video very, very soon where I'm talking about more layering combos, because I know you guys really liked the video where I was talking about layering fragrances and layering combos in general. So part 2 is coming very soon, and I'm also probably going to mention some layering combos with this fragrance here. Now back to this fragrance. You have jasmine in here, you have the saffron in here, you have citrusy kind of fruits in the opening as well, you have the oak moss in here. So very beautiful notes. I love the note structure, and it's very, very sophisticated, very elegant, but still something that's appropriate for every day, especially for the colder days. And I just love this fragrance a lot. And plus, it gives me a lot of compliments as well. And we all just love a great compliment. I feel like it's one of the best compliments when someone is like, "Oh, you smell amazing. I love what you're wearing. What are you wearing?" Like, this is just music to my ears. The next fragrance. Let me talk about this one here, because this is a new fragrance I have in my collection. I'm Brainweed by Dior, and I actually got this one gifted by Dior because I worked there in the store, and it's the perfect present for me. I'm very happy that I got a perfume, and this one here is my favorite fragrance from this house. So they have like the Privé collection. There are a lot of great fragrances. For example, Gris Dior is one I really, really like. But this one here truly is a masterpiece and my favorite fragrance. So let me show you the sprayer. The spray is very nice. The smell, oh my god, it's just luxury in a bottle in my opinion. It's smoky, you have the patchouli in here. It is slightly fruity as well. As far as I know, you also have the grapefruit in here, you have pink pepper in here. And overall, this is a very smoky, as I said, kind of fruity fragrance. The first time when I smelled this one, it actually reminded me a little bit of Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. I don't know exactly why, but this one is more ambery, more warm, less sweet, definitely more unisex. This is unisex in my opinion. And I just love this smokiness this fragrance has. And as I said, this is luxury in a bottle. I feel like this is also very sophisticated. This is a very long-lasting fragrance. I wouldn't say that this is a beast mode fragrance, but it is long-lasting. I also get 7 hours. And this is also a fragrance I love to layer with other fragrances. For example, I love to layer this fragrance with Arabian Tonka by Montal. Also works perfectly. And this is really a fragrance that makes me happy. You know, like I feel just very happy and very just overall satisfied. It's a very special feeling this fragrance gives me, because it reminds me of the work. I love my work, you know, and if you love your work and you have a fragrance that reminds you of that, then you just get very satisfied, very happy, and also kind of nostalgic. And there's something about this fragrance actually that reminds me of something of my childhood, but I don't know exactly what it is. But there are just certain fragrances that bring back memories and you don't even know what exactly it is. And this is one of those fragrances. And I do have to wear it more often, and I'm definitely going to wear it more often. I just don't wear it at work because also a lot of my colleagues, for example, use this fragrance, and I'm more of the type of guy that likes to wear fragrances nobody else is wearing in the room. But this is really a hidden gem. It definitely deserves more hype. And as I said, this is the best fragrance from Dior in my opinion. So we have 3 more fragrances. The next one is KHALTAT Night by the ATTAR collection. And I talked about this fragrance. I still love it. I still think this is the best cherry scent you can get, because it's an authentic cherry scent. It's smoky as well. You have vanilla in here. You have patchouli in here. It's, in my opinion, like you take Tom Ford's Lost Cherry and you add like a Middle Eastern Oriental kind of twist to it. It's like a winter kind of wonderland mixed with an like Middle Eastern Oriental kind of bazaar, because you have the spices in here. This is really a spicy and smoky fragrance, so you do have to like that. It is a beast mode fragrance. Like really, this is one of the most long-lasting fragrances I have in my collection. With this fragrance, you're going to fill the room and people will smell you before they even see you. And yes, fruity, as I said, cherry in here. In my opinion, as I already said, the best cherry scent you can get. And I feel like this is also a very underrated fragrance. You know, like Not many people know this brand. I do have seen a few reviews actually on YouTube, and just everyone who tried this fragrance said that they love this fragrance, or at least most of them. Also, like in the comment section, I see many people rave about this fragrance, and I'm really happy actually because this really deserves the hype, and it just should be hyped up a little bit more, in my opinion. So yes, perfect for the colder days, perfect for the winter. This is, as I already mentioned, a beast mode fragrance and also great for layering. But I'm going to talk about layering combos in another review, as I already mentioned. So really an amazing scent, and I just love it so much. We have the next fragrance, which is AMEER Al Oud by LATTAFA, so this one here. And this is also one of the most hyped fragrances by LATTAFA as far as I've realized actually. But somehow I wasn't sure if I should get it or not, and in the end actually my boyfriend got it for me. So shout out to him. And this is really, who would have thought? I actually didn't expect it. One of my favorite LATTAFAs right now, definitely in the top 5. This is what I can tell you. I've been wearing it for a few times because I don't have this fragrance for like a very long time in my collection. I got this actually a week ago, but I definitely love this scent. Oh my god, yeah. This is sweet. It is woodsy, but like not overly woodsy. It's like a very nice mixture of spice. You have the leather in here, you have oud in here. I don't really get a lot of oud, but I do feel like, okay, there is oud in here, or it could be actually, because according to Fragrantica and LATTAFA, there's oud in here. What I also get is definitely that sweetness. It's like marshmallows. It's like a marshmallows. It's like you're roasting marshmallows actually, and you smell woods. And this is more or less what you're going to get. This is supposed to be a dupe or very similar to Mace Margiela's By the Fireplace, but I haven't tried this fragrance, so really cannot give a comment on that. But what I can tell you is that this is really a very long lasting fragrance. 7 to 8 hours you're definitely going to get. This projects beautifully, and I feel like this is just perfect for the colder days. I don't think I am going to enjoy this fragrance in the summer heat or like on warmer days, but I have to try. But this type of fragrances are usually fragrances I would only wear when it's very cold outside. And yes, as I said, this is long lasting. This is very also a fragrance that reminds me of winter because of that synthetic kind of sweetness. It's not candy like, but it's like toffee and caramel and vanilla. And you do get that marshmallows. Really, when I think of this fragrance or when I smell this fragrance, I think of marshmallows being roasted on a fireplace. Yes. So we have one more fragrance, and this fragrance is, in my opinion, the best winter fragrance you can have in your collection as a guy. I mean, it's marketed towards men. Women can definitely pour this fragrance off, no question here. This is Stronger With You Intensely by Armani, and this is also a fragrance I got gifted by my boyfriend. I just love getting perfumes as a present. In my opinion, like, it's the best thing ever. You can actually gift me presents because I'm collecting them, and I just have a connection to every fragrance I have, even though they're more fragrant, like there are fragrances I wear more often and less. There are even fragrances I have been like only wearing once or twice, but I appreciate every fragrance I have, and I have a connection to all of those fragrances. And this one here is a fragrance I actually got gifted by my boyfriend on my birthday, like over half a year now. And I have been using it not really a lot, but you don't really need a lot. You're good to go if you only use 3 to 4 sprayers. This is long lasting. This is super sweet. Like, yes, this is a very sweet fragrance. You have cinnamon in here, you have lavender in here, you have toffee in here as well, and you do get it. Like, to me, this is a spicy, sweet fragrance with some woodsy tones, but overall, this is like caramel, like toffee. It is kind of sticky sweet. This is also like, I think, a fragrance I would only wear and really only wear on the colder days. In winter, for example, late fall, but definitely not in the summer. I actually tried to wear it back then in summer, and I just didn't enjoy. Like, there are some heavy fragrances that actually develop perfectly in the summer heat. For example, Shag of Oud by Swiss Arabian. I love to wear this fragrance in the summer and mix it with like fruity fragrances. Or Arabian Stanka by Motel is really a fragrance I could wear every day. and somehow it just always works for me. This is a fragrance that really works only on colder days for me personally. So, in my opinion, this is something women could wear. Of course, they can. But if you're a guy and you're looking for a fragrance that's sweet and perfect for the winter, perfect for colder days, also perfect for date night, because this is definitely a date night scent or something that's going to really just get you some compliments if you're looking for it, going for it, or if you're on a date. This is definitely a fragrance you people are going to enjoy to smell on you. I feel like this is definitely a compliment getter because who doesn't like toffee? And it's, even though it's very sweet, very well balanced, very well blended, it's like nothing too harsh. You have lavender in here, and lavender is really a note I do like, I do enjoy, but lavender can somehow just irk me a little bit. But the lavender in here, for example, works perfectly with the toffee and with the other notes, which is actually very interesting. I wouldn't think of lavender, but knowing that there's lavender in here actually is very nice to know. Like, it's very well blended. This is all I can say. So this is actually it. There are definitely more fragrances I have in my collection, and I love wearing all of them. But of course, in the last 2 months, these were the fragrances I've been wearing more often. And I'm planning, of course, to expand my collection, to talk about many, many new fragrances. And I'm always open to answer questions. If there are any questions, just comment down below. I'm, as I said, very open to answer them. And I always appreciate it if you guys like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I hope to see you guys very soon for another review. Thank you.